What is going on, guys? It's your boy K-Cross here, back in the video today, and with the direction of this video, I don't really know where I'm going to go, but basically I'm just going to start ranting about things in the game. Again, I think I did this last week, but I'm just going to complain until they fix it, or until I get bored of complaining. Either way, it doesn't matter, but I'm just going to complain a little bit about snipers, I guess. I feel like the Call of Duty's biggest weakness anymore, or not really weakness, or the thing that hurts it to me, I mean it might hurt it to other people too, and it just kind of kills the flow of the game, is the fact that people aren't as aggressive as they used to, or as they used to be, I feel like. And I feel like this isn't something that's new. I feel like, even old players like myself, sometimes I'll find myself just not being as aggressive as I should be, or as I was in previous games like Black Ops 2, or Modern Warfare 2, like the golden games. But yeah, I'll just find myself kind of sitting back, and it's something that you seem to see a lot in the game. Like, people just don't push as much as they used to. They're kind of scared of it, or at least that's how it seems. Or it's just really weird. It seems like really, some people are just super sweaty and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But basically, what I'm going to complain about is the snipers just being too slow. I feel like that's one of the main problems. I feel like what they did in this game, I don't know if anybody else felt like this, but I feel like, it's a little bit different now. I feel like since, some patches here and there came out, but whenever the game first started, I felt like snipers were very insufficient from close range. They were really bad at close range as compared to, far range. I would one hit with the Pellington at, maybe 60 yards, and I would not be able to one hit in the same spot at 5 yards, you know what I mean? That's what I mean by, I feel like the ranges weren't right. And I guess there technically is some sort of realism to that. I'm pretty sure a bullet has to have time to get up to speed or something like that. I'm not really too sure. I'm not a ballistics expert, but basically I think snipers aren't as efficient at close range as they are at 20 plus yards. But besides that point, what I'm trying to say is I feel like it makes the running and gunning a lot less efficient with the snipers. Not to mention the fact that they already are kind of slow, or at least slower. The Pellington, I guess, is maybe of normal speed, but it is slower with the reload being single bullet reload, not a clip reload. And besides that, I think it's normal speed, but the damage is definitely not what it would be in a Black Ops 2 sniper, like a ballista, for example, or something like that. And even then, I'm pretty sure your movement speed's probably slower with the Pellington than it is with something like the MP5 or whatever. But basically what I'm trying to say is that inability of mobility is kind of hurting for the most part. I feel like Modern Warfare really set this in motion with the whole fact that snipers were kind of slow, and you really had to put all these attachments on them just to get them to be able to be usable pretty much. And it honestly hurt them, in my opinion, because or it honestly hurt the flow of the game, in my opinion, because then it started encouraging people that were going for, Damascus or Dark Matter, or, just trying to get their snipers upgraded. It encourages them to sit back and kind of camp in hard scope and stuff like that, which, we're all guilty of. I used the M82. I was not running and gunning with that thing. I was barely even able to run with that thing. It's so heavy. But basically, what I'm trying to say is I think that kind of kills the flow, kinda. There are other factors for sure. Maps play in. The engine on Modern Warfare and the time to kill on Modern Warfare really encourage people to stay back and just kind of camp. And shotguns were so overpowered and everything. But basically, what I'm saying is I think you have to first start with in my department. Start with my department, because that's what I know. I'm not going to tell you what the problem is with an MP5 if I rarely use submachine guns. I feel like I use snipers a lot, and I kind of am familiar with them and understand things about them that maybe someone that doesn't use them as often wouldn't understand. And to me, what I'm seeing with the snipers is basically they're just too slow. It encourages too many players to play at a slower pace and to not push. It's just kind of stick back and hardscope down a lane. And you had that in Black Ops 2 and pretty much every Call of Duty, but I feel like not nearly as much as you have it in these newer Call of Duties. And that could be a thing of newer generation players obviously coming in. There's definitely not the same kids on Xbox from MW2 that there was now, or that there is now. Like, that's a complete different change. If you listen to some of the game chat, and these days it's just way different. But basically, that's what I'm seeing a problem with, and that's kind of like what I'm complaining about. And I feel like once you get that fixed, like, then we can start taking steps in more directions. But to me, it's that, and then the M16 I'm sure will get patched. It probably already did. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody use it in a while, and I haven't been playing very much. But basically, those are my things, right? And like, once we get that like sorted out, then we can start working towards a better tomorrow. But basically, yeah, that's what I've seen, and that's what I think. Obviously, I might not be right, but that's just what I think. So I just kind of wanted to go on a little rant about it and see if anybody else, like, kind of agreed with me. I felt like that's something that, just kind of kills the flow of the game. And they did buff the M82, the Barrett, I think the vertical recoil on it, which isn't going to be enough to make that thing sufficient, but I also don't think that thing should be super sufficient, so I'm not really too hot. Once I got it gold and got it done, I'm just happy. I don't care what they do to it as long as it's not overpowered. But yeah, that's all I got to talk about for today. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.